Sunday morning. With us today is Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. And, well, Nicole, give us what's on your mind on a Sunday morning.
Well, good morning, John, and thank you for having me. This week we were with President Trump, and President Trump spoke to our Republican conference and reiterated his desire to pass the Save America Act, which is critical legislation to safeguard our elections. And vast majority of Americans agree. It's upwards of 85% of Americans who say that they want to have voter ID in our elections. And so, we passed this bill out of the House, and we continue to demand that the Senate find a way to bring it up for a vote, because everyone should know where their elected official, where their senator stands on this important bill. And, John, just to give you an example of why we need this, well, states like New York don't have voter ID. And not only that, they don't have voter ID, but they passed laws like the green light law that automatically send your driver's license application to roll you to vote unless you opt out. Now, with them giving illegal immigrants driver's licenses that have no differentiation, by the way, if you look at the driver's license, it's the exact same. There's nothing that says that this person is a citizen or not. They go and forward that application unless the person says that they're not eligible to vote and they're not a citizen. But, you have to assume not everyone's going to understand English that thoroughly. Number two, you have to, that they understand the legal disclaimers on that document. And so, I had brought this up when we debated that legislation. Why is there an automatic enrollment? Why is there not an opt-in, or at least that would be necessary? But lastly, they shouldn't be doing it at all if they're going to allow illegal immigrants and non-citizens to have driver's licenses in the state. And that is why a real ID, why a passport is necessary to safeguard America's elections.
Agreed. But why? I don't understand why the Democratic Congress people are not voting for it.
Well, look, everyone can make their own assumptions. What I will say, John, is this is not the first time we don't see Democrats vote for good government policy, good election integrity measures. I mean, not only did they just try to gerrymander my congressional district to tilt the scale, to give them an advantage in the election and ensure that another Republican can never be elected in the city of New York. But they also tried, as you recall, to implement non-citizen voting in New York City. Now, this is something myself, Borough President Vito Fossella, other Republicans from New York City, and some Democrats sued to stop. I was actually a lead plaintiff in that lawsuit with my mother, who is a Cuban refugee. We successfully did stop that law from taking effect. But again, it's another policy that the Democrats tried to pass. And, they tried to do other things, whether it's same-day voter registration, no excuse absentee ballots. They've passed or tried to pass so many different things that would actually hinder the integrity of our elections and allow for cheating to take place. And so, I think that whenever we're focused on preserving our elections, making sure only U.S. citizens can vote, and making sure it's only one person, one vote, those are good measures that are supported vastly by the American people.
I understand the polls that they did. 90% of Republicans want American citizens, one citizen, one vote, and 70% of Democrats. I mean, what is the argument? You need a ID to get on an airplane. You need ID to do just about anything. I just don't understand it. And they say, well, the Democrats are calling the Republicans racists because they're asking for ID. I mean, give me a break. I mean, it's nonsense.
Yeah. And how insulting is that, John? I mean, what they're basically saying, the Democrats, is that minorities are not smart enough to be able to obtain an ID, that they don't know how to obtain an ID. That's what they're saying, and it's horrific that they're saying that. And by the way, I should say the minority groups, overwhelming, it's like 70-80% support voter ID. So this is just nonsense, the claims that the Democrats are making. As you say, you need ID to board a plane, to rent a car, to buy beer, to buy cigarettes, to go into a hotel room to check in. We use voter ID, by the way, in Congress. I need a photo ID to vote in the House of Representatives. So why is it okay to vote in the House of Representatives and not for the American people to elect our president, to elect our Congress and our U.S. Senate? There's no excuse for it, and the American people know it, and they know that the Democrats are the ones that are blocking this from becoming the law of the land. And it's absolutely shameful and unfortunate, but we're going to continue to push ahead and fight for the integrity of our elections. And hopefully, we win some of these battles. Like we said, we won the redistricting the other day to preserve our map when Democrats tried to tilt the scale and steal our congressional seat on Staten Island and Brooklyn. We won, and we stopped non-citizens from voting in New York City's elections. Every now and then, the good guy wins. Actually, we voted to stop political gerrymandering in the state by public referendum. So we've done all these things, and we're going to continue to fight to preserve the elections where we can. But people need to call their U.S. senators and demand that they vote for the Save America Act.
I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much for coming on this Sunday morning. And one American, one vote. It's the fair thing to do, and we want fairness in America. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.